Do you guys know about The Talk?
What's the talk?
So there was this campaign that went viral several years ago, like liberals were posting, where it showed like a black mom sitting down her son, or like a black dad coming and talking to their kid. And they were like, the talk is when the parent finally tells their kid that the police will kill you.
Oh, wow.
That if you get pulled over, you have to do these things. And the idea was that among these like uppity liberal white people, they've never experienced the talk. And it's like
insane.
Black people in America have to have the talk because the police may kill or harm their children. And it was wild because like every poor person in this country, regardless of race, was like, what do you mean? We always tell our kids how to handle cops.
Yeah.
Like when I was little, my dad told me, he's like, when you get pulled over, you turn the dome light on, turn the car off, keys, wallet, on top of the dash with your hands on the wheel. When they approach, the window's already down, and you say, I'm going to grab my wallet, and you hand it to them, and you keep your hands visible.
Yeah, I feel like
They said that was a race thing.
No, my dad had that same talk with me that you just said right there.
Yeah, my mom.
It's not a race
My
thing
dad
at all.
told me just comply. Yes, sir. No, sir. Be respectful. Don't argue. Just do what they want. That's literally what it is.
Matter
I
of fact,
think it's a point that all people teach their kids that it's not a race thing.
But they made the
and
talk
they made
a
it
race thing.
thing. Yeah, that's the problem.
matter of fact, that just happened to me. In Dallas the other day.
You want to know what I think is ridiculous? The Trump.
Look at this.
on
look at this.
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia, the talk.
Wow.
Look at this. They say the talk is a colloquial expression for a conversation Black parents in the United States feel compelled to have with their children and teenagers about the dangers they face due to racism, unjust treatment from authority figures.
Law enforcement.
Look, like okay, so maybe the talk that I had is not the same thing. Maybe Black parents are literally talking a lot more. But the way it was depicted and explained, I was like, I feel like everybody I knew on the south side of Chicago had this conversation with their kids, like or my friends had their parents talk to them about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents didn't bring race into it at all.
Yeah.
Same things you just said.
Yeah.
I had that exact words.
Yeah.
It says like how
My parents told
to
me just
dress, how to walk and act and be mindful of how others could perceive them. I feel like every parent tells their kid that.
Yeah.
But they made it a race
It's
thing.
literally just
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
As well. There's a story that I like to tell about this where I was at Occupy Wall Street. There's a group of people hanging out, and this black dude that I knew was like, I'm gonna go run across the street to Burger King, and this white dude goes, hey, can you grab me a double cheeseburger when you're over there? And he goes, the what? And it like, I'm not gonna swear, but he's like, the F? And then he walks off. Then when he comes back from the bathroom, I was talking to him. He's like, you see what dude tried doing? And I was like, no, what did he do? He's like, he asked me to get him his cheeseburger like I'm his boy. And I was like, what? I was like, aren't you guys friends? And he's like, yeah, I thought we were. But he thinks I'm his boy. I'm going to get him a cheeseburger. And I was like, I kind of just thought he was asking you to get him a cheeseburger, dude. I don't know.
It's all about perspective.
That's
They offended, bro.
But he was offended by it. He took it as like a white dude asking me to get him his food is not a thing you're allowed to do. And I don't blame him for feeling that way. I think when you grow up being told by all these people that this is racism.
Yeah.
And I was like, when I grew up, somebody would ask me to get him a cheeseburger. I didn't think twice. I'd be like, okay. I like, you got $1? Because you got to give me the
Yeah,
money.
exactly.
A lot of times it doesn't even have to come from your parents. Like it could just be indoctrinated at the school, man.
Oh, man,
That's really the
your
problem.
friends
There's a lot of
too.
forms of indoctrination. Social media could be one for sure, especially for like young impressionable children.
Yo, look at this. The talk has been described as an example of preparation for bias. It includes pulling your vehicle over right away, keeping your hands visible on the steering wheel, not making sudden moves, not reaching for items, being as polite as possible, yes, sir, officer, not arguing even if you're right. The perception of a need for these behaviors is described as racialized legal cynicism. Bro, I don't care what your race is. If you don't pull over for a cop, you're going to jail.
You're done.
What, dude?
That's actually stupid as hell. I ain't gonna lie. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
You know, the picture. They're gonna say you got white privilege. You don't have to get
like,
pulled
"You're
over.
do these like white Vox.com and PBS liberals not pull their car over when the cops have their sirens on or behind them and they just keep going?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm white. I'll keep going. All right, try that, buddy.
Yeah, that's right. Like, they're gonna pull you out of that car. They're gonna beat the crap out of you.
You wanna know what's crazy? I've seen people saying that Trump's immunity is so like police can get away with killing black people, and like they're saying like you're voting for like you to get killed by police if you vote for Trump.
That's actually one of the biggest black talking points right now. Every
That's
time
ridiculous.
I talk to somebody black, they say that right there.
Well, I don't understand why people don't understand what like the immunity is. Like you still have to do your job correctly. Like
Yeah.
they're not just gonna let the cops go do bad stuff
On a
and
mass
get away with
murder.
it. That's ridiculous.
Hey, he's basically just saying, hey, if something happens and
It was on
it
accident.
was on accident and these factors played out and he seemed like he needs to be out of jail, he's gonna be out of jail.
Like I think like an example of that would be that cop And that woman that got he
think
got
they're-
stabbed in the face with a knife.
I think they're upset that he brought it up, though. I think that's probably about their.
Well, I'm just not understanding why like they think it's crazy. Like we're losing police officers like in multiple cities. Like number of cops is down. You need a way for because they don't feel safe. They feel like if they get in trouble,
true.
they'll get persecuted.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Culture War podcast. We're live every Friday, 10 a.m. to noon. So subscribe and come hang out.